Okay, you guys, I think I finally figured it out so that you can watch me do the notes and you can hear me talk, and then I'll be able to upload it. So here we go. Apollo and Zeus Great Danes are both on diets. Apollo's a puppy and needs to gain weight. Currently weighs 75 kilograms and is gaining 2 kilograms per month. Zeus is an older dog and needs to lose weight. So here's Zeus. So here's Zeus in blue and Apollo in red. Okay? So find the equations for the total weight that each dog, based on the number of months. So first I need to say that X is the number of months. Y is the dog's total weight. So I have Apollo, and his equation, he's gaining 2 kilograms per, remember the word per, tells you that's your slope, and he starts at 75, and then I have Zeus, who is losing weight, so that's negative 3 kilograms per, again, plus 130. Okay, now B, in how many months will the dogs weigh the same? So if they weigh the same, that means that their equations are equal. So when are these two equations equal? So set them equal to each other. And now I'm going to solve for x. So I like to get positive x's. So I have 5x plus 75 is equal to 130. Then I'm going to subtract 75. And I'm going to just do it on the calculator or do longhand. 130 minus 75 gives me 55. And I divide by 5 and x is equal to 11. So that means in 11 months, both the dogs are going to weigh the exact same. And because I like to make this a point, I'm actually going to take this and plug it back in so that I can either here or here, so that I can actually get the point of intersection. So I want the y value. So I have 2 times 11 plus 75, and 22 plus 75 is 97. So now I know the point at 11 weeks, both dogs are going to weigh 97 pounds. Okay, now I'm going to move down a little bit and to my graph here. And my graph, my x value right here tells me x is the number of weeks or time in weeks. I'm just going to count by ones. And then my y-axis going up is going to be my total weight in kilograms. And I know that I need to get all the way to 130 because he starts his y-intercept at 130. And so I'm going to, I can't count by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to 130, right? So you could choose to count by 5s, count by 10s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I won't make it. So I'm actually going to count by 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I know that I need to get to 130. So now that I made it, I'm going to switch colors and actually graph Apollo back in red, his equations in red. I'm going to graph it back in red starting at his y-intercept 75. And now it's hard for me to go up 2 over 1, because it's going to be in between so many. I'm actually going to go to this point right here, 1197. So at 11 weeks, and go find 97, which is just shy of 100, and then use my straight edge and graph the line. Then I'm going to label Apollo. And I'm going to switch colors and go to 130. And now it's hard, it would be really hard to go down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. I'd be in between, in between, in between, in between. So I'm actually just going to use this point where they intersect because I know that at 11 weeks, they're both going to be at the same weight. Now I'm going to answer the questions on the bottom. What does the point of intersection mean in the context of the situation? Context in the situation means I should be answering based on this case. So based on the two dogs' weight, be very clear and explain fully. So the point of intersections, at the point of intersection, both dogs weigh 97 kilograms at week 11. Which dog weighs more in week 9? Weighs more in week 9. So I kind of follow week 9 up here, and weighs more, Zeus. And when will Apollo hit his goal weight? So his goal weight, this is actually your Y value. So I'm going to write Apollo's equation. Apollo's in red, so I'm going back to red. Y equals 2x plus 75. This is my Y. Now I'm just solving for x because it asks me which week. So 105 minus 75, and I get 30 is equal to 2x, dividing both sides by 2, and x is equal to 15. So week 15 is my answer. Okay, questions there. If you need to ask, then you can ask a friend. You can ask on Google Classroom, and you can also ask in the Google Meets, which are linked on the calendar on your website. Okay, so go to your website, check the date, go to the link on the at the time. They're usually at 10 a.m. And if you ever need to meet with me one-on-one through a Google Meet, you just need to email me. Okay, flipping it over. So here, Century Theaters offers 3 different yearly packages. 3. That means we're going to have 3 different equations, 3 different lines. Okay, for families to watch movies in the cinema, which include movie tickets, candy, preferred seating, popcorn, and drinks. The first is the must-see plan, which is unlimited number of visits for $300. So the must-see plan. Unlimited for $300. The second is the date night plan. Okay, which costs $20 per visit plus $160 each year. And then I have the Academy Award plan, and that's $40 a visit, no yearly charge. So first off, what are your X and your Y variables? Your X is the number of visits, and your Y is the total cost. So a must-see plan. Must-see, unlimited number for $300. So if I see it one time, if I see a movie one time, it costs me $300. If I see a movie, go to the movies 2 times, it costs me $300. 5 times, it costs me $300. 8 times, it costs me $300. 20 times, it costs me $300. Date night, okay, date night is $20 per visit plus $160 each year. So it's going to be $20 per visit plus $160 startup fee. Academy Award is going to be $40 a visit. Now, how many visits will date night and academy award only plan be the same total cost? So when is date night and academy award exactly the same? So I'm going to set them equal to each other. And then I'm going to, hello?
It's so dark, I didn't know you were in here.
I know, I'm making a video for my kids.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. I'm just checking around.
So I'm now going to solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 20 and then divide by 20 and 160. 160 divided by 20 is equal to 8. So that means at 8 visits, the date night and the academy awards will be exactly the same. And I want to know the y value. So I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to plug it back in to get the cost, so I know that point of intersection. So now I have the point 8, 3, 20. Now I have a better understanding. I don't have to count my slope. I can just use my point of intersection instead. Okay, so here my x value tells me number of visits. And my y value, total cost again. Number of visits, I'm going to count by 1 again. And for my total cost, I know that I need to be at least to $300. So I can't count by ones, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be unreasonable to count to 300. So maybe 10s, maybe 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. Some people would count by 25s maybe. Up to you. You can see what I did on the other page. I think I counted by 25s. So I'm going to count by 25s. Let's see, 175, 200. You could have counted by 20s also, and it would have been just fine. So the must-see plan, y equals $300. So if I go for 1 visit, it's $300. 2 visits, it's $300. 3 visits, it's $300. 4 visits, it's $300. This makes a horizontal line at 300. Okay, now I have the date night plan. I start my y-intercept with 160. I'm going to have to estimate, yes. And instead of going up $20 and over 1, which would be in the middle, and then in the middle again, and then in the middle again, I'm going to use this point right here. 8, 3, 20. So I'm going up to 8. 320 is going to be just over 300. And I'm going to graph my line. I'm going to label date night. And then I'm going to go to the Academy Awards. I have a +0 if that helps. I start at 0. If I go 0 times, I pay $0. If I go 1 time, it costs me $40. So if it costs me 2, it's $80. 3 times, it's $120. But I don't want to count by 40s. I'm just going to go with this point of intersection. Now I have to answer some questions. When will it be most cost-effective to purchase the must-see plan? Okay, the must-see plan here. So it's definitely not cost-effective if I go 1 time, right? I would pay $300. This I would pay $40. So I want to find where it's the bottom line. So at 8 or more. So 8 or more visits. It would be more cost effective for the must-see plan here. What about most cost effective for date night? Date night here. So is it more cost effective here, 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 here? No, 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 because it's exactly the same as Academy Award. Here, no, I should use must see. So it's actually never more cost effective for date night. So Century Theater is trying to trick you. How about most cost effective for Academy Award? If I go 0 times, definitely. 1 time, yes. 2 times, yeah, I'd only pay $80 instead of up here I'd pay almost $200. Here I'd pay $300. So any movies, let's see. So less than 8 movies. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, you can email me, you can get on the Google, you can get on Classroom, or you can get on the Google Meet and ask, okay? Hopefully this helps, and you can either take your notes or not and just watch. Okay, thanks guys.